up? Hello, it's Katie Colson here. Welcome back to my channel. And what we're gonna do today is another reading vlog for my Patreon's Smut Salon pick for the month of March, and that is going to be The Maid by Nita Prose. Now, I do not remember if I told you in the video what this book is about. I could check, but why would I do that? I'm just gonna tell you again really quickly, just in case I say it again in like a minute from now. But this is about Molly the Maid, and she has neurodivergent, and that causes a lot of communication problems and not really understanding people's social cues and what they mean or innuendos and stuff like that. And her grandmother has always been the one who has navigated these situations for her, but her grandmother unfortunately has passed away. Now, she goes back to work, and she stumbles upon a dead body in one of the hotel rooms that she's cleaning. And because of her neurodivergence and the way that she talks and communicates, and because of other situations that she has found herself in at this hotel, she becomes a suspect, and she teams up with some unlikely friends to try to exonerate her of this crime. I'm gonna tell you that I did not have the physical book during this reading experience because I was listening to it on audio, and then Kelly Wilson so kindly sent it to me like right after I was finished with it. So you're not gonna see the physical reading experience, but I am listening to it. And all that to say, we should jump right in because this book was a wild ride. I was about to take my makeup off because I just did the Bunny live show for my first Patreon Smut Salon book club live show with Grace, our girl Grace and Cats. And I was about to take my makeup off and I realized that I could just begin this vlog because I have makeup on. You're probably not going to see makeup for the rest of the video. That's usually how this goes. But I'm going to start The Maid by Nita Prose. I have heard such glowing things about this. I just saw Olivia's video, like just now, where she talked about reading this and that she teared up at the end. And then Jordaline also said that she teared up at the end. And I'm pretty sure both of them listened to the audiobook. And then I mentioned in the live whether I should listen to the audiobook or physically read it because I don't yet have a physical copy. And a lot of people said that they would suggest the audio because the main character is neurodivergent, and that hearing the way that the narrator narrates, the way she talks, makes it much more understandable of how she's coming off to people and the way she speaks. And I was like, cool. Thank you for telling me, because I would have picked up the regular book or the physical book because it's so like doesn't seem that long and it seems attainable. But now I'm like, okay, the audio had come in twice, but I kept putting it off because I wanted to wait until March, obviously, because it's the March buddy read. But I'm gonna go ahead and start it right now while I take my makeup off, and I'm very excited. And I'll probably hit you back up maybe later tonight or tomorrow with what I'm thinking about it.
Penguin Random House Audio presents The Maid, a novel by Nita Prose. Read for you by Lauren Ambrose. Prologue. I am your maid. I'm the one who cleans your hotel room, who enters like a phantom when you're out gallivanting for the day. No care at all about what you've left behind, the mess, or what I might see when you're gone. I'm the one who empties your trash, tossing out the receipts you don't want anyone to discover. I'm the one who changes your sheets, who can tell if you slept in them, and if you were alone last night, or not.
Okay, I only got to chapter 2. I've only just started chapter 2. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, the chapters are like 30 minutes a piece. I swear to God, they're so long. So I'm glad I'm reading it, listening to it. But oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. I definitely like feel like listening to it is such a good idea. I love the narrator. I think that the way she narrates it with the neurodivergent is so good. It is so, it's like, it is not explicitly stated what her neurodivergence is, but it is very clear. She has hints of autism, hints of OCD, like, or not hints, it's blatant, you know, but it is not officially stated. We are following this girl, Molly, who is a maid, who is, I think they say she's 25. I think I'm actually making that up. I'm not totally sure what age she is, but she is an adult. And her grandmother was the one who would kind of navigate life for her and tell her what was going on. And she would, Molly would come to her and say, this is what this person said. What did they mean? And her grandmother would explain to her what was going on. And her grandmother has recently passed away and she doesn't know what to do anymore. She doesn't know how to talk to people. She doesn't know how to do things. She's just going, okay, well, this is my grandmother said about this, so this is what I'm going to say. And it's very sweet. This is giving me like at least 4-star vibes. This is going to be like at least a solid 4-star. And I've only read the first chapter and the prologue, and I'm freaking loving it. It's a Maid, where she has recently walked in and found a tenant dead. A very famous, problematic tenant has died, and she has called and been like, there is like Mr. whatever his name is very dead. He's very dead in his bed. Please call. He's dead in his bed. And the way she talks and stuff is very different and troubling for some people and not understandable to most people or all people, basically. And I can see that that is going to cause some problems in the future. And we just got introduced to a Hispanic character who had a threat of some legal action, some deportation, and he needs to provide money for his family that is in another country. And Molly, when she found out about that, she provided him with the information of when tenants were going to be leaving their rooms, and he will stay the night there because he does not have accommodations. He does not have lodging. He's homeless is what I'm trying to say. Not so politically as I'm saying it right now, but it's just really touching me already. Like, it's very, very touching. Something that I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to go into it. I have never like told anybody other than Grace in my day-to-day life. So I don't know how much I'm going to go into it right now. I am willing to answer questions if anyone has them necessarily, but I do find this touching in a way because I myself have been diagnosed with OCD. I do have OCD. It's not something that I'm like, do I not? I definitely do. I am medicated for it. I have been for a while. And it is something that is interesting. It's a struggle, obviously. Getting medicated for it was a godsend. I am, obviously have been on the course for a while of upping the medication because it is something that I've been told that it's like, you know, you're going to need a high dose, like with what you struggle with, you're going to need a high dose. And I do think that things that Molly does, I am pinging, you know, like with things that she's doing. I'm like, yeah. Obviously it's way different with her. She has a lot more, like a variant of the things that she's doing, but there are things that she's doing that I'm like, yeah, I see that. But that's just a little thing. Like, I think that she leans more toward autistic than just OCD, but I think she definitely does have OCD, like for sure. And the way in the first chapter that she talks about how people would want to be a doctor or an actress or something like that, but people would never want to be a maid. And she's like, no, I love being a maid because I come in and this building looks exactly the same. I do the exact same job. I clean and I see the same people, I do the same job every day, and I'm good at it. And I was like, yeah, I'm very relating to her on the cleanliness and the like routine, the methodicalness of her life and her personality and her job is very interesting to me. And the way that people don't really know how to take the things that she's saying, and she's very abrupt and like off the cuff, and I relate to that, obviously. So I find that very interesting and I'm really liking it. I'm very, very glad that this is the buddy read. I can't wait to talk about it with the bunnies. I'm very excited. So I'm loving it so far, and I'm only on chapter 2. Hello, it is a new day. I am 27% of the way through The Maid and I am loving it. So far, she has not actually been accused of anything, and they have not said that she's a suspect, but they are acting very sus, like to her or about her. They think she's sus. You know what I'm saying? But she doesn't understand that. So I am really digging it. It's just so cute. I did not expect it to be so cute. But anyway, I am doing live readings friends with Gabby and Olivia today, and it's the first time that we are going to be all talking together at the same time, even though I feel like this is the millionth time because they're the two people that I've talked to the longest, and it's always been like the three of us talking to each other about each other. You know what I'm saying? It would be like, I just said to Olivia last night, blah, blah, blah. And then Gabby would be like, oh yeah, I just said to Olivia yesterday. Or like, Olivia would be like, oh yeah, Gabby said blah, blah, blah. So it's like, but we've never actually all talked together at the same time. This is a really long, rambly way of saying I'm excited. Anyway, I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to be reading the Mindfuck series and The Maid for those. Oh my god, I thought I was showing somebody's address. But before I start that, I have like an hour and a half before the sprint start, and I need to mail off the newest Duchess letters. Very excited about that. And then I'm going to check my P.O. box. I'm going to hopefully pick up a couple things at the grocery store. And what else was I going to do? Take some trash out. I don't know, maybe get gas. I don't know. It's only an hour and a half, and I take forever at the grocery store. I hate going to the grocery store. Oh, I need to get Dunkin'. That's what I'm going to do. I didn't get Dunkin' yesterday, and this is like, it's like a reward. Reading sprints with the girlies. This is the first time that Olivia and Gabby and I have all talked to each other at the same time. And I'm like, how have we been friends for 2 years and we've like never had the trifecta together? Hello? But I'm going to tell you that I am 67% of the way through The Maid. And I wanted to sit on it. I wanted to sit and annotate the book when I get it. Because God bless, Kelly Wilson said that she's going to send it to me in the mail. I was like, ah! Okay. I wanted to do that, but I can't wait. I can't wait. I need to finish this book today. And then this is going to suck for the person that's next in line for the audio, but I'm going to keep it and read it again. I'm going to keep it and read it again. I am obsessed with Molly. She is already my favorite character of the year. I am going to be surprised if the mid-year freakout, I do not say that Molly the Maid is my favorite character of the year. I'm obsessed with her. I'm obsessed. She is touching my heart. It's so beautiful. It's so sad. Like when people abuse her, like in her neurodivergence, I want to fucking cry. It's so, so good. I'm obsessed. And this guy that she thinks she's dating, I'm like, no, God, Molly. Anyway, I'm loving it. Gonna get back to it. Well, I am 71% of the way in, and I decided chaotically, because I saw a piece of debris on my shelves, to take everything off and dust. And then I thought, in this ADHD way where you're like, point, I was like, there's a piece of dust. There's a piece of debris. I need to dust. And then I went, well, I might as well reorganize my shelves because I have a lot of new books and I need to put new shit. But then I know myself, with my OCD ass, like cannot handle reorganizing my bookshelf. God bless, it's like 3:30 p.m. because I have all freaking day to do it. Hopefully it'll go well. We'll see, but I forgot to film it. So now we're going to start filming it. Let me talk you through this process real quick. Okay, not only am I taking everything off to dust and then also dust the books because I saw a freaking piece of dust and then of course this had to happen, but also I'm unhauling things. Look, this is me talking to myself. Like, I'm not talking to anyone. I'm talking to me saying, oh, well, maybe this can go here. Well, maybe this can go there. And then I end up putting the TBR back in the same freaking spot in the same freaking order because Olivia and I were talking and I was like, if the TBR is not in the sunset and the sunlight, I'm never going to read it. And then here is me trying once again to put my mystery thrillers next to my horror, even though they're my biggest genres, and it's never gonna work, Katie. And then what? I'm trying to put it next to part of a series? No, stop, girl. Oh no. Oh no, this is me listening to that part of The Maid. Oh God. Oh no! Not me wiping my tears on the freaking pillow. Okay, so obviously I have the bunny shrine. Grace still has my paperback. V.E. Schwab, trying to put the series next to each other, realizing it looks like shit. I just, I'm never going to be happy. It's never going to be perfect, and if it's not perfect, then I'm never going to be happy. Listen, there's just too many ways to do it, and nothing's ever going to be right. I think that the old series, that looks good at the bottom, but then the newer stuff at the top, I just don't know what to do. And this is as good as it's gonna get. I mean, listen, it took me 4.5 hours, so we're just gonna call it a day. Okay, I did my freaking best. So it looks very bare, I don't know. I did my best, I really did my best. This is my mystery thrillers. This is gonna be for books I've read this month. This is my TBR, book sleeves, romance, contemporary-ish, historical, bunny shrine, Grace still has my paperback, the Diviners, because I'm going to get my special set and I want that to be this whole moment. Horror, favorite series, and then V.E. Schwab. Fantasy, that just looks so freaking sad. Manga and comics, nonfiction and childhood books. Harry Potter, a series of unfortunate events, like old series. And then puzzles, miscellaneous like documents and stuff. And then I'm having like I don't know whether I should keep these moments. I'm kind of having like a crisis, not gonna lie. Hey, guys, what's up? Remember how I said I was going to be rereading this book in this vlog? That is not going to be happening because in the last 2 days, I've had 8 Libby holds come in and I have 2 more that say they're available soon. And I'm like, I don't have time. I don't have time. Like, I need to listen to these books because I've been waiting for them for so freaking long. So I'm actually going to table this and I am going to reread it toward the end of the month, right before the live show, which will be on March 29th. It's a Tuesday, and it'll be around 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my Patreon. So if you want to be involved, you could go over there. Let's get to reviewing The Maid. I gave this 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. I love the audiobook. I definitely think the audio, you could definitely read this physically and love it, but I would recommend the audio because the way that the narrator narrates Molly is just so good, and you just feel for her. You just really feel for her. I think Molly the Maid is gonna be my favorite character of the year. I know it's only March, but like, I love her. I adore her so much, and I can't believe this is just it's a debut. What? Hello? But Nita Prose was an editor for a long time, so she kind of had a leg up starting her career. But not only is this a debut, but it's a standalone. And I was so disappointed to hear that because I want more of Molly. I freaking love her. I'm obsessed. Like, I wanted the world for her. I would take a freaking bullet for this girl. I would kill for this girl. Like, she is so precious, so freaking sweet. And the other characters in this book are trash. Trash. Human garbage. Literally anyone that ever did anything wrong to her, I will fight them. Tooth and nail, I will fight them. Period. Point blank. Molly, I've got your back, bitch. I've got your back. I'm obsessed with her. Obsessed. She's so freaking sweet. And I just loved the way that she like would find herself in these situations. And it wasn't like that stupid Nancy Drew thing where it's like, okay, well, how could she have done that? Like, you know, those murder mysteries where the random girl will just find herself in this mystery and she just happens to solve it. No, I feel like it made complete sense why Molly was happening to find herself in these situations because people were using her because of her neurodivergence. And I just absolutely love that. I not love that for her, but I love the story and just how, I don't know, just like how sweet she is. She just really speaks to your heart. She's so freaking cute. I adore her so much. And I adore the guy, is his name Juan? No, it's not. What's his name? I don't remember. The guy in this book that she's helping because he doesn't have a home, and I don't know, it was so freaking cute. I loved it. Now, something I will say is that there's an epilogue, and the epilogue is so long. It's so long. Like, that was unnecessary. You did not need to do that. Not need to do that. Now, I did like it, but the epilogue is so long, and then also the first chapter is so long. Like, we don't need chapters that long. Nita, if you were an editor, why are you making this mistake? I don't understand. Also, I think that I really enjoyed the ending, but you already saw that. I was crying because you already know what's going to happen. You already know because the beginning of the book is that her grandmother has passed away. So you already know. But when you see it, it's so sad. It was so sad. And there's kind of a plot twist to that I did not see coming. And that was when I was really like, because I was tearing up, but then when that happened, I was like, no, I'm like, I can't. Oh my God. This is so good. Okay, I feel like I've just been rambling, saying it's so good over and over and over again, but I freaking loved it. I highly suggest it, and I cannot wait to talk about this in our live show. I cannot wait to see what all of y'all think about her neurodivergence, and let me know if you have any ideas of what her neurodivergence is. I think that Nita Prose did not explicitly state it for a reason, and I really enjoy that. I'm glad it wasn't explicitly stated, but I am curious to know what your thoughts are on that and your opinions on that. So you can leave those down below and tell me your star rating. And if you're going to be joining my Patreon Smut Salon live show for that would be amazing. And I want to thank you for watching this video so much. If you've gotten to this part of the video, you could leave the maid emoji, or I'm pretty sure there is a maid emoji. If there isn't, you could leave the red heart. That would also be really great. If you want to follow me on Goodreads or Instagram, they are going to be linked down below, as well as a myriad of other links to help support this channel if you feel so inclined. And I hope you're having an amazing day, evening, night, dusk, dawn, whatever it is you're having right now. And I will see you in a video coming very soon. Bye.